All right, so there's guys out there who are absolutely obsessed with getting abs on a jawline. They say, "Oh, I need abs for the aesthetics, brah. I need jawline for the aesthetics, brah." That's how they think. "Oh, I need the shirtless Tinder photo, to get all my matches, brah." This is how they think. And they put in all this effort of counting calories and doing everything perfectly just to maintain their abs. And yet the results they get are mediocre at best. Whereas there's other guys out there who recognize that fitness is a part of their journey, their self-improvement journey, their progression. They work hard towards it. They focus on building muscle. They don't obsess over, "Oh, I gotta stay lean, brah." And ironically, these guys actually have no problem getting dates and they enjoy life a lot more. I'm gonna talk about what I think is the difference here. I was like the former guy for a long time. I was absolutely obsessed. It was like my life mission to get abs. And I reached that point. And I'm gonna tell you why it was disappointing and why I would focus more on building muscle now. Without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly when I first got into this fitness game, right? This was before I even had like a proper diet. I was counting calories or anything. I would just like roughly try to eat properly. And I remember my dad brought home like this box of donuts. So I'm sitting at the dinner table and there's like this box of donuts there. And I eat every single one of them, right? And every once in a while would happen something like this where I fall off my diet. And I woke up the next morning. I'm like, look at my face in the mirror. Oh my God, did I put on face fat? Is my perfect jawline gone, bruh? This is how I used to think. I also remember like being in the basement of that house. I had pirated the insanity workout, so I'm opening up my laptop and I'm doing these pirated insanity workouts in my basement. Keep in mind, I was 140 pounds soaking wet at that point. I'm around 5'11" in height. So I was underweight for my height with no muscle on me. And I was doing bloody insanity workouts, pirated insanity workouts in my basement, right? Now, let's talk about my background for a second. My background really is that I had a non-existent dating life all throughout elementary school, high school, college. I had no real dating experience. So I was just trying to scratch that itch. I was so insecure. I didn't like my face. I didn't like my physique. I was so deeply insecure. And I think I felt that if I got all these dates, if I had like more women in my life, I would feel better about myself. I could then finally feel like I'm worth something, for lack of a better term. This is how I was thinking, right? And I was on like all the dating apps and I would check them like every 2 minutes. "Oh, did I get a match? Did I get a message?" There's nothing there, bro. There's nothing there, right? And I would like delete and remake Tinder like a million times. All the OGs know that's how you get more matches, but it didn't really help me out all that much, right? And this was my life. And again, I was so insecure about, I wasn't even insecure about my skin color, right? Because I'm an immigrant kid. I'm in Canada now, but I came from Pakistan when I was like 10 years old. And I was like, "Oh, I don't even know people over here are going to be attracted to someone with my skin color." This is how I was thinking, right? Again, I was very, very deeply insecure. And I was largely doing this abs, jawline stuff for external approval, right? Now, part of the issue that made me fall into this train of thinking of like maintaining perfect leanness is these like lean gains form. "Oh, you got to do lean gains, bro. You can put on loads of muscle and no fat, bro. You just got to do lean gains, bro." Like, take that thought out the window. We don't listen to those people. All of these lean gains. Oh, you go to these forums that talk about, "Oh, I put on 20 pounds of muscle and no fat." And then you ask them to show pics. It's like, I don't have any pics. Like, really? You never took any throughout your fitness journey. You never took any pictures that you can show. Yeah, all right, bro. Like, I believe you. I believe you put on 20 pounds of muscle and no fat. Like, no, I don't, right? These people put a standard on us for building muscle that is extremely unrealistic, and it spun my wheels for so long. Straight up, I regret ever falling into that mentality, and that's the fact of it. Now, another thing that I remember is after my first cut, I did get abs, right? I had abs. I had like minimal muscle because I only bulked for like 4 months. Did a dirty bulk. That's another whole other story. And then I cut down right away. "Oh, I need abs. I need abs." That's how I was thinking. So I had a great jawline. I had abs, but I had like basically nothing else. Now, can you guess what happened when I had the perfect jawline and I had abs? In clothes, I looked like I didn't even lift. So I'm putting in all this effort. I'm tracking every single calorie. I'm grumpy throughout the day because I haven't eaten enough. I'm only eating like 1,500 calories and I'm sticking to like this disciplined regimen. Yet in clothes, I look like I don't even lift, right? And the results, because I even did the dating apps thing. I took some photos showing off the abs and I put them up on dating apps. And the results were super mediocre. Super mediocre. right? I'm not going to lie and say they weren't better than before. Yes, they were. Okay, so if that's your sole motivation, even then I don't recommend it. Do you want mediocre results or do you want great results? Because when you put on loads of muscle, trust me, the results are going to be great, but that's a whole nother story, right? But the results were super mediocre. So I'm putting in all this effort just to get super mediocre results on dating apps, which was like one of my goals. And just for, in-person, getting in-person attention was also one of my goals. Like, I'm not going to lie, a lot of us do fitness for vain reasons, right? So I'm going to keep it real with you. That was one of my reasons too. And in person, again, people couldn't even tell that I lifted. I just looked like a skinny, frail, weak-looking kid, you know. So this is the reality of the situation. When you obsess over jawline and abs, when you don't have enough muscle, right? Right now, part of the issue here is these people, on fitness influencer and other websites, who say, "Oh, I'm on a bulk now," and they put up a photo. "Oh, woke up like this, LOL. Oh, I look so fluffy, LOL," and they look bloody perfect, right? And they skew your perception of how you're supposed to look throughout these bulking or cutting phases, or throughout your fitness journey, period. "Oh, snap this pic in the morning. I look so fluffy, LOL," and there's like an eight pack popping. All right, take that thought, throw it way out the window. We don't listen to those people. They're again putting a standard on us that is unrealistic. I'll tell you what the real truth is behind these photos. In some cases, if you see someone who's putting on basically no fat and all muscle, it's steroids. And I don't even like saying that because I don't like to be one of those people who makes excuses, but it's facts. Once you're in the fitness industry long enough, you understand that it's either phenomenal genetics, which is like the 0.0001% of the population, or it's steroids. Because in order to put on loads of muscle optimally, you do have to put on a little bit of fat. It's just a part of the process, right? And so that could be one thing. Another thing is these people cut down, and then they take like a million photos of themselves, looking perfect. They only looked like that for like a week. And then they just use those photos throughout the year, right? "Oh, woke up like this, LOL. No, you didn't. This photo's from 2 years ago, bro." You get what I'm saying? So don't let them skew your perception, right? My main point I want to make with this video is that obsessing over abs and all these things when you don't have enough muscle it makes your life horrific. You're in terrible mood most of the time, right? And at least this was my experience. You're in terrible mood most of the time because you're on low calories. You're tracking every single damn calorie. You're not having your best workouts. In clothes, you look like you don't even lift, so you're not even getting the results you want, externally. You're not getting those results either. And if your motivation is one of mine, where it's like, "Oh, I just want to get more dates, I'll put my abs on dating apps and things will pop." Did my results get better? Yes, but they were still super mediocre at best. Not even close to worth the effort. So what I say is, hey, bulk, you'll thank yourself later. Muscle is the key to aesthetics, not just being as lean as possible. This is honestly not talked about enough, but muscle is the key to aesthetics, right? And I remember this really became clear to me when I started working at a retail store, right? And I was working there, and this was the time when I went on one of my first like proper bulks. So my arms were like popping out of my shirt, my shoulders looking huge, and then everyone over there was admiring, like even the girls that were working there, they're giving me compliments and stuff, and honestly, it felt good, right? And I got to that point by bulking, not by being in this hyper obsessive lean state. So just something to think about there. And I just want to end this off by saying, hey, be kind to yourself throughout this process. This is not easy whatsoever. Look, again, my background is I was so deeply insecure. I just couldn't let the jawline go, the abs go. Every single time I put on even a little bit of fat, I would it'd be wanting to cut again, because I was so obsessed with just keeping that jawline, keeping those abs, right? So I understand how much it can affect your self-image and how difficult it can be to overcome that hurdle and just put on muscle and put on a little bit of fat, right? And one story that I can tell to hopefully motivate you to stick with this muscle building thing is, I remember, like I said, my background is extreme insecurity, top to down, insecure about everything. And I remember a few months ago, I was about to go on this date, right? And I'm getting ready, everything. And I look in the mirror, right? I'm in my bathroom, I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm like, damn, I look good. I snapped a photo, my shoulders are popping, arms are hugging the sleeves. And that was like one of the few times in my life when I actually felt good about how I looked. And fitness and putting on muscle was able to get me to that point, right? So I'm on another bulk right now. And I'm not gonna lie and say I'm perfect right now. I'm not. I still struggle with those things. I struggle with them less now. But even now, I put on fat. I'm like, oh man, my abs are going, jawline is going. Oh, I'm not gonna look as good. I still struggle with these things. But hey, we're in this together. So you and I, we're gonna get huge. We're gonna put on loads of muscle and look super aesthetic by the end of it. So let's do this together. All right. I'm bulking right now. I'm gonna put on some good muscle mass, and let's you and I go on this journey together. Put on some muscle. Yeah, there will be some fat in the process. Who cares? Because we're gonna look phenomenal by the end of it. Now, I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and your dating life is improving day by day by day because you look better day by day by day, right? All your dating apps are blowing up, or maybe if you put some photos up on like Instagram or whatever, you're getting mad likes over there. Imagine that. Imagine that most importantly, your own self-esteem is going up, confidence is going up day by day by day. You have a moment like I had in the bathroom there where you look at yourself and you genuinely feel a lot more secure in yourself, and you genuinely feel your self-esteem and your confidence going up, right? And you realize you have that moment where you realize that through all this effort you've put in, you're in a significantly better place than you were. Imagine that. And that's the path you're on. Hey, keep working hard. I believe in you. But what I believe, frankly, doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.